Hi everyone, welcome to Lee's Comic Art Channel. I've got a new unboxing today from 4 different um, dealers slash collectors that I purchased from. Let's just turn that sound down so you don't have to hear my emails. There we go. So let's just get into it. I also wanted to mention to everybody that I really appreciate everybody's input when they're watching my videos. I've had a rough time with the house and everything, but good news, guys. Going back into my house. Today's Tuesday, the 1st. Tomorrow, the 2nd, which is awesome. I have a lot to do tomorrow. I gotta rent a truck, move some of the personal belongings from this house up in Santa Clarita down to back down to Altamira. So this is pretty cool. So from a fellow collector, and actually it's interesting because on here, it's just his address. But he drew a nice little sketch as a thank you on his own personal paper. I'm not going to mention his name, but Rob is his first name, and he just mentioning, just give me a thanks for the purchase. So the page is a Troy Nixie page, actually. And I have one other page from this series. It's a Batman the Doom That Came to Gotham. It's one of the Elseworld stories. They actually made a animated movie of this a few years back. Tape's on here is pretty good. So the page I have is kind of a sort of like a half splash. This is like a 2/3 splash, which is kind of neat. And what's cool is my previous page that I have is they kind of show the costume, but Batman is really not in the costume. Whereas on this page, he is, and it's a pretty cool looking page. So you got a nice big 2/3 splash at the bottom. I'm doing a video right now. When you get a chance, come out, Lee. And so it's just a cool looking page of the Batman opening up the window, trying to save the young man who's fighting off the doom that came to Gotham with a sword. So as far as let's see, I'm trying to remember who actually did this, the inking on this. Oh, Troy Nixie did everything on this. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, nice page. This is issue 2, page 42. Okay, so there's my first one. Real happy with that. My second one. Okay, so this one is actually an eBay purchase. Somebody I've purchased from before, and his if I'd known it was him, I probably wouldn't have bought it, because I bought pages from him before that wound up being pages that were missing. And I went back to him, and he was just like, yeah, so? Because my thoughts were that I was going to return the pages, and I was like, okay, if I'm going to return these pages, just so you know, I bought them from you originally. But that's neither here nor there. It's a cool page. It's actually, I loved, as a kid, on Sunday mornings, I love watching the Elvis Costello show on PIX Channel 11, New York station. And this is from 1968. I believe it's Charlton Comics did the Abbott Costello. I could be wrong. But this is page 3. I want to say it's issue, I think it's issue number 8. It's either 8 or 11. That's neither here nor there. They're all just, short stories. But it's kind of neat looking. It's a little bit spooky. I did like those, Abbott Costello meets the Mummy, and this kind of reminds me of that a little bit. It's got a mummy on the top there. They're supposed to be in a museum, and he's doing the Hey Abad type of stuff. And so I'm really kind of digging that. I like that page. That was funny. Reminded me of my childhood. Even if I didn't necessarily read Abbott Costello comics, I did like watching them as a kid. Okay, my third one. This is Labyrinth Books. So again, this is somebody else from Kath that posted a page that I really was like, oh, that's cool. It's actually a Tony Harris page, and this might also be one of the Elseworlds pages. I just happen to like those Elseworlds pages. The stories, I used to get a lot of them, but I'm not sure. It might not necessarily be Elseworlds. Let's see what it is, though. It is a JSA Unholy 3. It's page 49, and it's got it's pretty cool because it's got Superman and Batman on here, and they're actually seems to me, I haven't read this story, but it sounds like a really cool story. It's fun. I love this this little post-it that he's got on here. It says "Made in USA." But let me take this out of the top loader here. But this is Tony Harris. It's Tony Harris doing Batman and Superman. So I thought that was pretty cool. I only have one other Tony Harris page, and it's just of the villain, and it's on a small board. This is on 11 by 17 board, and it's essentially got Superman fighting some good fight scenes. I'm not exactly sure who the villain is in this. I have to read the story. But yeah, he seems to be getting the better of him towards the end here. And maybe it's just one of the JSA, I'm not sure. But then you got Batman in here, and it's like the 40s style dress, this dude that he's talking to and stuff. So yeah, I was really enjoying this. Tony's style, Starman was the big thing for him. But I like this Elseworlds page. Okay, that's that. And then one last package here. And I'm waiting for that. Well, I think we're going to kind of beat the clock today if I can get this box open quickly. But now I'm losing my mind. Here it is. So as you notice, we haven't heard the grandfather clock yet because I try to time that well. I don't like when the grandfather clock goes off and I'm in the middle of a show. Of course, instead, my aunt was yelling to me to come outside and join her. But let's see. This one I opened pretty quick. Okay. So I got this one. Some people might have seen me purchase this. It was on a Comic Art Fans, one of those live shows. Essential Sequential was selling. Jason was selling some of his clients' pages, and I just kind of like this one. It was a little bit expensive for what it is, but I like it because it's a full page of villains. Like it's this big again, like a 2/3 splash of Batman villains, and it's from Superman, Batman. Like one of the more recent ones. It could be from the New 52 even, possibly. Or it could be just the ones just before that. But I'm really liking it because it's like this nice 2/3 splash. Raphael Albuquerque is the artist, and he does everything in this. And so you got Clayface over here, soon to be featured in a new movie, right? You got the Mad Hatter here, Scarecrow, Two-Face. I think that's pretty much all the villains there. But then it's pretty cool. You got Robin and Supergirl in this inset panel down here. So just, really a lot of nice dark blacks. And a lot of nice portrayals as far as the characters. So I hope you liked my unboxing today. Like I said, the environs will be different next time I do one of these, which I expect to be in maybe a couple weeks, maybe just prior to Comic-Con. I think I'm getting something in there, and I expect to get maybe a Heritage win back by then. So, that's not too far away, and I'll see you guys not too soon. And thanks again for this nice community we have. Take care.